Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, ladies, gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. I am really thankful. In the chat, we have the survey of our event. Please answer it. And now the closing words by Martín Rodriguez. He will make these closing words. Please, Contador Martínez, welcome. Can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Perfect. Good evening to all the represented firms of UC&CS connected on this fourth date of the 21st Yearly Conference of Partners 2020. First of all, I want to congratulate Mauricio Mubarak, representative, for the basic and complete program for this conference cycle. And we extend this acknowledgement for this anniversary, where we have consolidated as one of the most important firms, gathering different firms in all the services, among others. This year, the pandemic forced us to an extended confinement, forcing us to have this conference in virtual mode. So we extended it in a digital mode. With this crossroad, now recalling the conference of Hugo López Araiza, we need to understand that life is a constant change between better times and crisis, but it defines the destiny that we have. It is really important. Sorry, he's cutting really bad. For local and regional economies of each one of the countries that all of us represent, with almost 90 participants, this forum, Globalization with a New Economic Framework, presented a complete landscape showing our origins and also our future. Comparing our region with Europe and Asia, Latin America, the historic context, and provides the experiences of Latin America. Also, the prospects for Europe, and with this diversity we can see the new ideas against obsolete ideas in Asia. There are some futuristic thoughts. The progress of world economy in products and services will be focused in Latin America. According to my opinion, UC&CS has made an incredible effort in gathering different firms that will allow us to implement actions as advisors and businessmen, we need to implement immediately if we want results to the short, mid-term, and long-term future. And that's the reason of our closeness with Colegio de México. We studied how the United States Latin American prospect. By analyzing the past, we can build our future. The collision of the conquest and discovery of America can be considered the first experience in globalization. And this places us in good terms. We have a change in economy, and we need to recover from past mistakes. All human beings need to recall this. Even when we have different ways of interpreting how we should operate as a society, it is true that the humanity looks for a common well-being. Let's consolidate the Latin American region as this space for constructing a better future. And this is a space where we recognize that what unites us is more than what separates us. Is a common language in all the conferences. We need more strength, but also we need to see the qualities of our region. We need to reinvent and update ourselves. And we should also project this, which is at the forefront of all the services that we offer and in common. It is important, these three modules that are focused to causes interactions of China in the last 30 years. We cannot speak about China only, where we need to see all the world. And I thank for the speakers this topic of China. Gustavo Vega, I thank you not only for giving us these speeches for the future of China, but also putting on the table an example, a clear example of this economic and financial evolution. Well understood. We can apply this to a lower scale in our context with our customers. The need to evolve either as a country or firm. We need to be aware of this trade evolution, and we cannot neglect all the developments that are taking place, as the conferences that have mentioned. We need to observe who's placing the rules in our region, in our countries, the government or authorities. Thanks to the bonds in UC&CS, we are at the forefront of the changes made in the Chinese government. They are about setting forth rules to avoid trade conflicts. That's what we have seen today. Likewise, we need to act consequently with this. We need to work together, learning in the operation and interaction that will be by means of a global economy to be successful in this platform. We need to recall that we do not only need stable growth, but have it reflected in the household's income. The government needs to support the population. If they feel satisfied, we can prevent these demonstrations that we see in our country. We need to have a well-calculated scientific growth, as each one of the speeches have mentioned. As advisors and businessmen, we need to replicate what we have learned from China. Let's discard bad experiences and the new problems. That's why we are UC&CS Global. We need to foster internal growth. Growth of middle class, the development of high technology,
implementation of green energy, also the certification of services and profiles, the fiscal flexible system as we have seen in the committees of our organization, an accessible banking system. We need to have, we do not need a government that generates uncertainty, and that's why we have a leader as Mauricio Mubarak. This will mean an investment in our region and in the country that we all represent. And I'm sure, because I have worked in this way, to take the companies to these measures as consultants and advisors. Our duty is to promote the best practices with our customers, to make them see that it's not only about personal benefits, but a whole chain of values and supplies. Our society must evolve, as we have seen in each. No, no, no sirve. So we are not going only talk about China and the U.S. Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Martinez, whose content it is a tool to understand the standpoint in the future development and financial topics that to achieve and to be more assertive. I have paid attention what he presented in the slides on the currencies of different regions to make the better decisions, mostly in financial and fiscal matters. I have always said that there's no point to regret of what happened or is not happening. We have not stopped to think right now on how to do it. We have to do it. We have to see that at this moment the importance of actions to be taken with all these topics that we have covered today in this cycle of technical conferences of UC&CS. We are going to make a step to keep updated despite the effects of the pandemic. With these activities and topics, we, in this cycle of technical conferences, we are making a great step in the solutions that are necessary despite the situation we're going through. I just want to thank the speakers that presented today. For sure, tomorrow and Wednesday's speakers will support us to consolidate strategies to maintain the status of one of the main firms in the world. The day after tomorrow, we're going to be able to share the work that we have done. Since International Council, we have been supporting to achieve great results. I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity of this closing, and you, Mauricio, and I hope that I fulfilled the expectations with when giving this summary. Yes, of course, Martin, thank you very much. Excellent words. Your summary was really excellent.